Welcome to Gertons in Inver Grove Heights. We are going to show you how to plant seeds inside. It's very simple, very easy to do. Of course, we have a snow today, so that's why we're not planting outside. Here we have a 50 pod seeding tray. It has these peat pots that you can go right into the ground. I'm going to take one of them out. We're going to get some seeding mix. We use seeding mix instead of potting soil because this is very light, the roots are very able to come through this. It's sterile and it doesn't have a lot of seed pods or anything like that in it. So we're going to put some of this in here. A bag's going to do a couple trays for you. See how light it is? Very, very light. So we're going to dampen it up a little bit. Put a little bit of water in there. You can always add more. Mix it around. Oh, it smells so good. Aren't we ready for spring? I am. Oh my gosh. A little bit more. You want to be able to not form it into a ball, but have it a little pliable. So we don't want mud, but we want to be able to form it a little bit. That's about perfect. All right. So I just use my hands. You can use a spade and gloves if you want to. We are going to make a mess. This is a hobby that you get to make a mess with. Your kids can't break it. When was the last time you played in mud, right? All right, so you fill them almost full, tamp it down just a little bit. They like to have a little resistance when they grow. All right. That looks good. Easy. Rosemary, herbs, you can start inside. You can actually grow herbs all winter long. You have a little grow light. Add a little sunshine. See how small these seeds are. No, you can't. Can you see the difference there? So very, very small seed. So you just pinch a little. You don't have to be perfect. Put a little on top. Add just a teeny bit of potting soil. You can also use a coir mix to keep the moisture in. Mark, because you will forget your seeds. You can watch them go up. Usually you start seeding inside about 8 weeks before we can plant outside in the ground. About 8 weeks from there, and that's usually, we can plant outside pretty strongly at the end of May. So this is about a really good time to start your seeds. So flowers, this is another very small seed.
What are those?
These are zinnias. These are a nice crop, easy crop to transplant. Again, just put a couple in each one. Add a couple more. They're like paper thin. Because once they start coming up, we'll weed out the seeds that are a little less strong. So we'll keep the stronger ones and weed out the little weaker ones. How easy is that? How easy is that? That is going to go into a growing tray. This is one of the growing trays. Whoopsie. See, unbreakable. How lovely. So you're going to drop this into a growing tray. This is a plastic growing tray, so the pods are here, and you just will replant those. This kind you can plant in the ground, tear off the bottom, and it can go into a new pot. So that's where we go. Then these are lettuce that we planted, let's see, 330, not very long ago. So these are the ones, since there's more than one seed in each pod, we're going to keep the stronger plants and get rid of the weaker ones. kind of whittle them down to the strong plants. This grow light is really important in Minnesota because, yes, you might have a south window, but we have a week of cloudy weather. So you probably aren't going to get enough sunlight even in a south window. So this is a little apparatus that I love because you can pull the growing light up to wherever the height of the plant is, about 4 inches above the leaves. So that's a nice little thing. Also, I'm just going to say that a heat mat underneath is very desirable because we have cooler temperatures even inside our house. Plants like it over 70. It adds a little warmth to that. This is the germination station that's right here. It comes with a heat mat and it comes with a humidity dome. So we're going to put this back on here. All you have to do to keep these going and moist is mist them a couple times a day. How easy is that? Chore for your kids? They'll love it. I'm going to put that back on there. We also have a larger humidity dome that's for when your plants get a little larger. We can keep that moisture in there because we all know how dry our houses get in the winter. So that keeps the humidity in there. It's also vented so we don't get too much condensation. We don't want them damp all the time. So here is the growing tray that this pod came from. So that will go in here, just like that. So we're going to get another one and we're going to plant beefsteak tomatoes. So you can have some really interesting seeds starting. You have a lot more variety with seeds than you do when you get to the store and you buy the plants all full grown. Oh, gotta put the dirt in. Don't forget the dirt. So we're going to put the dirt in just like before. Tomatoes and peppers really need to be sown outside of the ground, indoors, because we have a short growing season for those kind of plants. So here's your seed. Look at how small those are. Some of the bigger seeds, the peas and stuff like that, they'll go a little deeper in the ground. And you soak them. You have so much variety. We have so many seeds, so many varieties. You will find something that you want to grow. Here, we need a little more dirt in this one. Tamp it down a little bit.
What seeds would you soak?
Peas, beans, the larger the legumes. You soak those. They're a little deeper. You can sow them directly outside, but not until later in the season. We can't even dig anything up right now. So a little on top. Little on top. Oop. Beefsteak tomatoes. BLTs are coming our way. BLTs are coming our way. All right. So that's the way to start the seeds inside. Very good hobby, very good challenge for your kids to see the new growth, get spring in the air. We have a lot of seeds. This is an exotic love vine, very sexy seed. You can buy a loofah for your body. That's a plant. You can start seeding perennials that'll come up every year. And on the directions, on the back of the seed packet, I don't know if you can see that?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So it's going to tell you how deep the seed's going to be, when to sow it, how long it germinates, and when to transplant it. How fun is that? I hope you come back to Gerton's, come in and seed all our seeds. Here's the hat trick of seeds. You need a privacy fence, put up a vine and a trellis. Plus, you get flowers. Plus, You get vegetables to eat. Hat chica seeds. Welcome to spring.